Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to your horoscope for the week of May 6, 2018. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing week it is. We have got an active sky this week, and what I'm especially excited about is the sun. The sun is making key connections with other power players in the sky, and I think we're going to love it. I think we're going to enjoy that very much. So let's start with the sun. As we start this week, right out of the gate, the sun will speak in harmony with Neptune. In the middle of the week, we'll stand across the sky from Jupiter before moving on late in the week, speaking in supreme harmony with Pluto. So this is very special for a few reasons. The sun represents ourself. It represents what we understand as our truth, our rational thought, our prophecy, and where it is that we come to understand that we can shine and allow ourselves to have that light acknowledged, to accept with confidence all it is that we are and allowing ourselves to live that truth. Well, when Neptune comes along and speaks with the sun at the start of the week, this is a very aspirational energy, and it's a very inspirational energy as well. It looks like a lot of us are going to be having hope for the future and for ourselves, and also feeling a greater sense of compassion for ourselves and for others. Now, as we move towards the middle of the week and Jupiter stands across the sun, well, that is when we get to see where it is that we desire to go. And at the same time, look at our own fears. Look at the things that keep us from getting to some higher vision that we may have. Now, the thing is with this, and the key with this is that sometimes it's us, right? Sometimes it's us getting in our own way. And what is that? That's ego not being used in a healthy sense. Healthy ego is what the sun represents, which is ultimately about knowing that you are worthy. That's it. And that you are worthy and everyone is worthy. Knowing that, yes, there's something unique and special within you, but you are the same in the sense that that is true for everybody on this planet. And so, where is it that you want to go? Is it truly that you are getting in your own way, your ego, your criticisms, or is it that that ambition or that desire isn't rooted in truth, but rooted in something else, maybe unhealthy ego? Well, when Jupiter stands across the sky from the sun, we can see the leap that we may need to take, or that sense of what could be possible for us in our lives if we ground ourselves in truth and ground ourselves in love. But at the same time, we may also come to understand more fully where it is that it is an unhealthy ego that is leading the way. This is a valuable understanding indeed, and it is going to set the stage for late in the week, a beautiful connection between the sun and Pluto. I love this energy, I must say. The sun is speaking in supreme harmony with Pluto in what astrologers call a trine. And what this is easy energy. It's an energy of blessing. And what this is power. The power to create meaningful change in our lives, and the power to summon our will, summon our clarity, and summon our strength to actually focus in on what it is that truly matters to us and in this moment, and see that through to fruition. Now, this can be very powerful indeed. I mean, if you have anything important to do, like an audition, like a interview, like a pitch that you're trying to make, or any kind of effort, some type of new offering that you have, well, this is the time to do it as we get to the last days of the week. We are, of course, approaching next week. I'll be here to talk about it as we go along, but really next week, really big week. New moon, Uranus changing signs, all kinds of stuff happening, Mercury meeting Uranus, so big breakthroughs happening next week. However, this is a powerful time to initiate. This right now, this week, as we get to the end of the week, is a powerful time in and of itself to summon this very positive, very fortunate energy indeed towards some effort that we hope will pay off in bigger ways. Now, elsewhere in the sky this week, Mercury is having some interesting connections as well. At the start of the week is speaking with Pluto. At the end of the week is speaking with Mars. These are conversations of tension. They're conversations that astrologers call a square. And they also are of motivation as well. Now, if you think about it, Mercury now is out of shadow, right? Is no longer in Mercury retrograde season, but still spending a little bit more time in the same area of the sky where she was retrograde and then direct and then shadow, all of that. So even though Mercury retrograde season is over, the lessons in this area of life, where it is in your life that Mercury retrograde was speaking to you, well, this is where we start to tap into some source of passion, some source of power, some source of determination to have all that learning and all those insights we gained over the course of the last 2 months. How are we now going to go forward and into the world with that? How are we now going to ensure that we are different and truly different in the world? This energy of Mercury reaching out, speaking to other power players, well, it is also an energy about awareness as to where our buttons are, okay? That's the best way to put it. I mean, really, we walk through our lives, we may interact with certain people, perhaps some more than others, perhaps some are strangers to us and others are very well known, family ties, friendship ties, right? You think about all the people we interact with as we go about our day. Well, where is it and who is it that just has a way of pushing that button, of getting us wired up, of getting us just a little bit irritated? Who is it that says that thing that you really don't like and don't want to hear? Well, that is part of the sky, I must say. And ultimately what this is about helping us to stand in our power. That is one of the higher understandings of the sign of Aries, where Mercury is now. Where is it that we can stand in our truth and be in our power in thought and in word and still be kind to others? Where is it that we can be in our power so fully with such conviction that no matter what anyone else has to say, whatever their opinion may be, it really doesn't matter. Now, some, people have a way of reaching in a deeper layer, if you will, and others not so much. But this is the kind of sky that says that there is going to be some sensitivities around early in the week and late in the week. And so it is important for us all to be mindful of that. People are ultimately sensitive. It's true. The opportunity here for us is to be kind and to be wise, to understand where it is our efforts are best spent and where it is we really don't need to expend any more effort than is minimal, than is required. And the amazing thing with this energy is ultimately it can show us the power of words. So how is it you're going to use your words, and how is it that your words are going to affect the way that people feel around you? Well, my hope is that we choose words that affirm love and wisdom always. It's not always easy. It's something that we're learning, and I think it's something that we're learning as humanity, really. Part of being a human being is that you are not going to be perfect at all times. A part of understanding this energy has to do with understanding what is worth focusing on, what is worth saying, what is worth truly putting your emotional and mental focus towards in order to manifest a life of greater love and greater wisdom. Well, some learning may show up along those regards, but at the same time, there's real motivation on our parts to live the higher ideal. Now, finally, this week, we are going to have Venus speaking with Neptune. This is happening right in the middle of the week. And these two planets are having a conversation of some tension that astrologers call a square. Venus right now in the sign of Gemini and Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So as I look at this, what this seems to me is that there may be some people out there who have some very heightened expectations around love. It could be words in particular and the way that words are communicated and spoken that have a way of reaching our heart and setting us up to not necessarily see things in a measured perspective. Now, I am one who believes that hope is a beautiful thing, that it is necessary to see the best in other people in order to even give love a chance, in order to even give other people and connecting with other people a chance. So we have to have that sense of belief in lovely things and a great future. and not be so focused on the nitty-gritty, because if we're too focused on the ways in which something could not work, well, we'll never even try. So it's an important part, I think, of interacting with the world, is to see it somewhat optimistically, and allows us to take the initial steps of being intimate with other people. So here's the thing with this particular connection and this particular conversation is, where is it that we are seeing things in a way that are worthy of hope? And where is it that we are seeing things that we don't want to acknowledge? Where is it that someone is telling us very clearly who they are, but we're not truly listening? And where is it that we are filling in a lot of blanks because we don't have the answers yet, because we have so much hope and so much desire that this could be something more? So this may very well be part of the learning that shows up for us. Important to be mindful of allowing any new connections that show up this week. Well, allow them to pace themselves a little bit. That can be a valuable thing to do. Allow them also to show themselves more fully in the fullness of time. I would also say be mindful of your own words as well. This is the kind of energy where promises can be made that have no intention of being fulfilled. This is the kind of energy as well that, you know, as much as it may be innocent in that we're seeing what we want to see rather than what is, it can also go to other places as well, where maybe someone is presenting an illusion to us that cannot become reality. And that is a part of life as well. Now, there are some other ways to use this energy as well, I will say. It can be a good time to understand ourselves more deeply and to practice a sense of self-care, to understand what's worth really focusing on, what's worth talking about. But more importantly, with Venus involved in a sign of commerce, well, what's worth spending your money on, right? What is it that you are expecting to gain out of this particular acquisition? Well, the more we're able to be honest with ourselves about our true intention, the more it is that every action takes on a deeper layer of meaning and intent. What I love about this week for us, well, it's gotta be the sun speaking with Pluto, I must say. I love that connection. Now that connection, that beautifully harmonious conversation that these two power players are going to have, normally happens twice a year. In this case, this particular type of connection with the sun in Taurus, well, this only happens once a year and only for a limited time as well, while Pluto is moving through a fellow Earth sign. So how are you going to use this energy? Because it's a lot of power. I think back to like really great things that happened in my own life, and I realized how much the sun speaking with Pluto in harmony was a part of leaping my life forward at certain key moments. Well, this is your chance to consider as well, where is it and how is it that the universe wants to show you the way to focus and to create tangible results as a result of your attention. Attention is powerful. And attention ultimately, in and of itself, can help us to manifest incredible things. And if the sky is anything, especially with a week like this, it truly is incredible. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up. It means so much. I love interacting with you guys. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, the YouTube comments as well on my website, nadiyashah.com. And if you log on to my website, you can find out what all this wonderful stuff that I spoke about this week. Well, what does it mean for your sign? I talk about it with each and every sign in the superstar space at astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. If you sign up to be one of my superstars, you'll get expanded exclusive video scopes each and every week for your sign, or for all signs if you like. You also get unlimited access to the special horoscopes that I produce as well, and so much more in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Speaking of special horoscopes, I've just about done the Uranus specials, I must say. I was not able to complete them. You have my apologies. Thank you for your enthusiasm. I do have the Chiron specials. Chiron recently changed signs. You can download that on my website, nadiyashah.com. And of course, you can have access to that in the superstar space. Uranus specials, fingers crossed. They're just about done. Fingers crossed. that happens in the next few days. I look forward to that. And please do, when you go on my website, sign up for the newsletter, and you'll be one of the first to know when it is that the special horoscopes are available. Really looking forward to sharing them with you guys as well. And a little bit later on, later this month, the Mars special horoscopes will go up as well. I hope you love them all. Well, I'm going to be at the UAC conference very, very soon. I can't believe it. It's 18 days from the time I'm recording this. 18 days to the UAC conference. I'm in shock. I'm in awe. I'm in delight. I think it's going to be incredible. This really is one of those experiences that if you love astrology, or you're a student of astrology, or you've thought about learning more astrology, well, this really is a great place to be. It features the most brilliant minds in astrology alive today, all in one place. I loved my experience in 2012. This doesn't happen every year. It's kind of like the Olympics of astrology, as I like to say. But I'm very honored to be one of the speakers at the UAC conference in Chicago, Illinois, Memorial Day weekend. And I'm really looking forward to meeting friends and fans. My talk takes place on the Friday, and it's happening in the afternoon. And my talk is on chemistrology, the astrology of attraction. So I'll be doing an abbreviated version of the class that you can actually download at synchronicityuniversity.com. Well, this is a shorter in-person version, but I'll make sure to give you like the best, the juiciest, the first things to see, to know what's going on with you and another person when you're feeling that pull, when you're feeling that attraction. What is that about? Well, that's what we'll be talking about during my talk as part of the UAC conference. You can learn a lot more about this conference by clicking on the link in the description below. And thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for your enthusiasm. I'm truly so very grateful for all of it. I am wishing all of us, really, as we are on the precipice of some really big changes coming up next week in particular, that I'll be here to talk about as we go along. Well, I think that this is a moment for us, certainly, to get in touch with our truth. Uranus right now is approaching the very end of the sign of Aries and helping us to understand our power more fully, but also more viscerally as well. My hope is that we embrace this opportunity to know some truth of who we are as we move towards grounding and materializing that truth more fully. My hope is that it is a truth guided by love and wisdom. Well, thank you again for watching. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.